One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Pauling. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Notre Dame's offense will have the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's night.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up. But how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll try the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. To the ground with the back. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more. There he goes. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Wants to keep it in the air. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Fires to the big fella. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carr. Spits it out to the back. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They go to the ground. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Snap it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Irish! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. A quick pass to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Makes a connection. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got a chance. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Under fire! Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll heave it deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Handoff from the gun. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
On the move, it's Love. Quick spin on the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
The give from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They booted away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Well, this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking for room. It's Scott. Makes a man miss. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the 1st down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using his legs, it's Smothers. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The sure hands, it's Grimes. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Gives it on the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Oh, they're after him! And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. The throw. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on first down. Running to Green. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Smothers. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The kick is on its way. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 1st down from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This one's complete. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pressure coming. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Finds his target down the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Caught near the sticks, it's Hoffman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Dropping back, it's Bailey. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Smothers. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. There he goes. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking for room. It's Love. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Bailey. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a one. They'll spot it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Hardy. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. Finds a man on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It Smothers. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. If These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It smothers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down, looking for more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Now on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got a man. It's Pauly, and they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the back. To the air. It's Carr. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Short gain on the play before he slides. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The run from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Try to get it to the edge. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
At the 35, he's loose. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a 3rd down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's going to the flats and then cuts it right to the middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch from quarterback to running back to get the first down.
Using his legs, it's Scott. Spins away from the defense. Turns it on in midfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. We could play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them. Where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Leaves it with the running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Complete on the shuffle. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, better look out! On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On the run, it's Scott. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in, it's Rogers. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They want that clock to run. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On target to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Scott. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking for space, it's Scott. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. To the air, it's Bailey. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. The option look. Quick toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.